Hello, everybody. My name is Master Chen.
My name is BGM.
This is Doxy.
And I'm Michael Lockhart.
And you are either watching or listening to Greynoise.
Or smelling.
I don't hate the Amish or quilts. I just think it's not right for my bum.
All right, everybody. Welcome to episode 139 of Greynoise, the podcast where we're talking about that.
The term I used before was a WYSIWYG conversation. So, yeah, what you see is what you get.
That's
with our
pretty
show.
much it, yeah.
And what you're getting right now is quilts, Amish, and his bum.
And the four bums.
Doxy's bum.
All right, so it is Friday night at 7:30, so we are here live at the Sin Shop Hackerspace in Las Vegas, Nevada. The address is 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada. I haven't seen Crux in a while, but I know that he knows that we're still the Las Vegas Valley Hackerspace. Go to sinshop.org for more information on the shop. Go to meetup.com/sinshop, SYNSHOP, to learn more about the classes.
Heard you. I appreciate it.
Because we got on his case last week about not actually spelling out the whole word.
For classes and things that we do here, Lockpick Night is Monday.
He just timed it with his opening of a Guinness.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Perfect.
That was kind of the exclamation point.
Okay. Yeah. And for information on us, go to Greynoise, GREYNOI.se. All right, guys, how was your week?
Next.
It was just like that, huh?
I blew someone's mind.
Whoa.
Okay.
If you will. They were unaware.
With your comfy pants?
No, no. They are extremely
talk about that
comfy.
in a second,
We'll get to that at some point. No, so, you know when you go to a store, right? And you're in the drive-thru or whatever, hey, would you like to donate $1 to the People Against Kicking Babies Foundation? And they're like, hey, you want to donate $1 to that? Huh? You don't want to kick babies, do you? You want to help fight against kicking babies, right? Mm-hmm. The whole reason the companies do that.
If you don't give $1, you love kicking babies.
Exactly. Right. The whole reason the companies do that is so they have free money to then give to charity for a tax write-off.
Yeah, that's why I donate through charities directly. I never go through the stores because they're going to get tax write-offs for the $1 you donate. You don't get that.
Yeah. So someone I work with did not know that. I blew their mind.
They were like, "Oh my God! Wow,
they were like,
I'm going to directly contribute to charity now."
That's some bullshit. Yeah.
Life hack.
And it's not like it's
get
not
your own
like,
tax write-off.
Like, yeah, if you don't donate $1, it's not like you love kicking babies. It's
right.
just like you can go and donate it directly to the don'tkickababy.org foundation.
Exactly.
Is that a domain out right now?
I'm sure it is.
Let's see.
Maybe I don't want to look that up.
Let's find out.
Don't.
All right, so we passed on Doxy because he just had one of those types of weeks. Right?
We can buy don'tkickababy.org.
Mine called
I think we should.
Okay, awesome.
You don't like baby kicking, do you? You gotta buy it.
Do you want me to donate $1? I will give you $1.
Well, he's not donating
right
$1. Now he has to buy the domain for $12.99 or whatever it is for the year.
There you go.
Let's see.
That's the ultimate donation, right?
Yeah, there you
go. I don't like when people are stuck in their ways of doing things. I feel like that's a problem I run into a lot.
Like at your
in my current role, like as a IT
I think
IT
I know where
person.
you're going with this. Okay.
I mean, even beyond that, like just as an IT person, I feel like you run into that a lot, where either people you meet like working with friends or with your bosses or people that you work with, they're like, hey, why don't we do this, that, and the other? Like, oh, no, we don't do it that way. Like, we've done it this way. I get it, that's cool, but why not do it this other way?
This is how we've always done it.
This is how we've always done it. Just
that's a dangerous trap to fall into.
Okay, so I don't want to like stop you, so I'll let you finish it again.
I'm done.
Oh, okay, so when you're in our industry, you're in a position where you're always a student because everything is constantly changing. So you have to constantly be willing to learn and relearn, and you can't stick with the "this is how we always used to do it" kind of mindset.
Absolutely not.
Because that gets left behind in 2 years, 3 years.
It's true. Like, yeah, absolutely. And I feel like some people like to make tasks harder than they need to be because they don't want to use the tools available to them. They'd rather like, which I totally get the merits of like designing your own systems or making your own things, but if it's already there, why not use it?
Yeah, it's like why use a wet signature form that you have to actually print and sign and then scan when you can just create a form that has it all digitized?
Because we just don't do it. We don't do it that way.
One thing I actually heard was I like to hold the piece of paper.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh. Why?
Absolutely.
Why?
There's no risk of paper cuts with the digital transfer.
Do you want to contribute to the Don't Kill Trees Foundation?
Also, don'tkickababy.org is $12 a year.
I was almost right.
Don'tkickababy.ventures is $50 a year.
Oh shit!
Really?
I've never heard of the .ventures.
Nor have I.
I have a .ninja domain.
.ventures.
.ventures.
I have a .ninja domain. I forgot how much I paid for it, but I renew it every year. I need to.
Don'tKickABabyLLC.com. $12 a year.
The 1 year you slip up, it's mine.
What, my ninja account?
I'm gonna do some weird shit with it too.
Yeah,
oh God. I actually kind of want to see this, but I won't.
Let's launch a defamation campaign.
Yeah, against my ninja node domain. I think I told you guys this before. I was really hoping to get like an Izza.ninja.
Don't you have that?
Well, I have another domain, but it's not Izza.ninja because that was already taken. But maybe if I spell it differently, like IZZA.ninja, that'd be kind of cool.
Don't get hipster.
No, because then all of my subdomains though could then be doxyizza.ninja. Or, doxy.izza or chenizza. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Like, all of my subdomains could be ninjas. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of kick-ass, no? Mm-hmm. Oh, fuck. I really got to buy this before we...
It's gone.
It's too late now.
Yeah, there's the meme. And it's gone.
Yep, it's too late now.
God damn it.
Let's see. Let me go to domains.google.
I mean, it's not really that important necessarily. But, yeah, anyway. Okay, so for me, guys, I actually passed another class of my degree program. I'm going, for. I talked about it on the podcast.
Congratulations.
And I'm now about halfway through my degree program.
Nice.
So
all right.
I'm going to smash the shit out of this thing and then,
Smashing for Jesus.
Smashing for Jesus.
There you go.
Speaking of which,
IZZA.ninja is taken. However, IZZA.pizza is available.
oh fuck,
Is a pizza.
Doxy is a pizza. Chin is a pizza. Dude,
We could
that's
all be pizzas.
Let's do it.
Let's be a pizza.
Let's be pizzas.
I want to be a pizza.
I want to be a pizza. What's better than being a pizza?
Paisano?
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Being two pizzas.
Ooh,
Whoa.
you got
Yeah.
me there.
Oh, what about Izza.cheese pizza for him?
Shut your fucking mouth.
Or Izza.cheese.pizza for
You
him.
could do that one.
You could do it.
You'd have to register cheese.pizza though.
I would do that just for Doxy.
Speaking of degree programs, I think we talked about this. I'm going back to school.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy. I never thought, not that you
That's
aren't
crazy.
capable.
I feel
I
like
never
it's
thought you'd
crazy.
make the
I mean, I
choice to
feel
go
like
back to
I feel
school.
like all my friends are doing it, so I might as well.
Wow.
You know,
Peer pressure for
Man,
education.
don't get peer pressured, man. Just fall off the wagon.
peer
Go
pressure
do
is
some
a
drugs.
bitch. Hey man. Hey man.
Hey,
Hey man.
This is when peer pressure is a positive thing.
Yes.
Hey man, you should go back to school. Hey man, you should go back to school.
It's better than jump off
and
a
smoke
bridge.
this joint.
But
I'm
I
kidding.
do want to say that me going back to school is not like a necessity thing. Like, it's not necessary for me to go back to school to do anything that I want to do at the moment. It's just like a why not? Like, the opportunity is available to me, and I might as well get it out of the way. It won't hurt me. It can only help, right? So why not?
Yeah.
And my friends are in school right now too, so we can be in the same shitty situation together. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
why not? Right?
Yeah.
We're all going to.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
When I said friends.
Oh.
He was referring to us, BGM.
Oh.
At least that's what I picked up. When you
I mean, that's what I was trying to say without saying it. Okay.
You assumed that you weren't his friend. That's kind of funny, actually.
That's my default mode.
Okay, so do we have anything else to say?
No, I mean, I hung a few pictures today. I'm finally starting to move into the house.
Oh, nice. Good job.
Some of the walls aren't bare anymore.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
I am buying all the Jinkos.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you bought corduroys.
You're bringing pants back in
You
style.
brought corduroys.
Man, wonderful.
I had one pair of Jinkos when I was a child.
Yeah.
I don't.
Is that why you get skinny jeans now? Like
Yeah,
you're just like
I
had
went-
a traumatic
I went
experience
completely opposite.
where you thought you drowned in your own pants.
I honestly don't know where they came from. One day they were in my drawer. I don't think my parents bought them because they would not. They would not have bought those kinds of pants. I honestly have no idea where they came from. I wore them once and I was
It's
like,
Random mystery pants.
Really,
Jinko
honestly.
dwarves.
Jinko dwarves.
Yeah.
Hey, like they took all my socks, they knitted them together.
It's like buy Jinko, carry Jinko, question mark, question mark, question mark, give it to Doxy.
yeah, easy.
Yeah.
So they took my socks and they gave me Jinkos. I'm not kidding though. I don't know where those pants came from.
That's weird.
What a mystery.
What a mystery.
I mean,
Never, dude, to see that on like Unsolved Mysteries with what the hell was that guy's
Robert
name?
Stack.
Robert Stack.
Yeah. Just to see him like be all serious and like
his voice,
tonight
man.
on Unsolved Mysteries, we look for where the origin of Doxy's pants were. I can't even do his voice.
Doxy's pants. Where did they come from?
And you have to have that police or that detective kind of
trench coat.
Yeah. Oh my god, so much.
So I've never
90s
had-
reference.
I've never had the pleasure of wearing anything Jinko, but I did wear Oshkosh Bagosh.
When you were a baby?
No, I mean like up until yesterday.
Oh Jesus.
You have coveralls?
What?
You have overalls?
They make jeans.
Oh, they do. Yeah. Are they any
I
good?
totally forgot overalls are a thing.
Yeah, I forgot too.
Oh, yeah.
Who wears? Whatever. Okay. All right.
Engineers. Train engineers.
That's
You're right.
true.
You're right. You're right. You are right. Okay. So, okay. I feel like we're done
Farmers?
with that now.
What?
Do farmers wear overalls? Yes. Hey, man. All right. I've never met a
There you
farmer,
go.
but now that makes sense.
Oh, yeah. All right,
Are we
we're
still on the Jinko thing?
Nope,
No, we're
done.
good. We're good.
done. We're
We're
done.
good.
Okay,
We're
Then
done.
we
so
move
well,
forward.
okay, so this week we were going to talk about the Internet of Things, but this week the privacy situation has gotten worse and just totally blown the fuck up. So last week we talked about privacy and the Facebook shit that goes along with it, and I guess there's more to add to this pile of whatever you want to call it.
Facebook shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean that's pretty good.
Yeah.
That works.
Good news, they're still getting hammered as far as like
So this
bad
is,
publicity. And
Yeah, this is why I wanted to bring up privacy again this week because of that.
yeah, so actually BGM, you probably have the article.
So
Up and
there
running?
was an article back in September of last year titled "Facebook Vows Not to Hand Over Users' Medical Records to Government." And then today, there's another headline titled "Facebook Decides to Back Off Creepy Hospital Data Sharing Project for Some Reason."
For some reason.
For some reason.
Now, that first article I mentioned,
When was that posted?
September,
Oh, yeah, okay.
on theonion.com.
It was on The Onion?
Yeah.
Whoa.
They were being like, it was just satire in September.
Oh my god, dude. That's real.
But now, yeah.
Just posted it to the live stream channel.
Now, 7 months later, it turns out that they were actually right the whole time.
yeah, but what if Zuck was like looking at The Onion and was like, huh, why aren't we doing
What
that?
are we doing? Yeah,
It's so
maybe.
weird how many articles that you read, like headlines, and you're like, oh shit, this must be an Onion, but it's real life.
Yeah.
All the time.
In fact,
now.
there's a whole subreddit based off that.
Not the Onion, right? Yeah.
Not The
It's
Onion. Dude,
crazy.
I don't understand what Facebook's deal is with collecting even that type of information. I mean, they have everything else,
You know-
I guess.
You know how much
but-
that's worth?
Yeah.
Medical
so,
data.
Yeah.
So, all right, what they wanted to do was share sensitive information about your life to hospitals and doctors.
I have diabetes and I pee funny.
because they wanted to allow
I
doctors.
don't.
What, like double stream?
Wait, sorry, what were you saying, BJ?
So they wanted to share sensitive info that you post on Facebook and stuff like that about your life with doctors and hospitals. It said that it would share users' anonymized data with several major U.S. hospitals, and the combined data would then seemingly allow doctors to get more relevant insight into their patients' lives and act appropriately. Now, first of all, there has to be some sort of HIPAA concerns here
Absolutely.
that
Of
they
course,
can't skirt
absolutely.
around. But second of all, it says that they want to share details about your private lives so that doctors could better diagnose you. But then they call it anonymized data, which doesn't make any sense.
This is true.
Like,
Which is it?
They would have to give all the information to the hospitals
So they
and
can
doctors.
help treat you better.
Yeah,
Air quotes.
can't
Air
be
quotes if you're
anonymized.
watching. If you're not watching.
and unless they mean it's anonymized after it's stored at some point, which I'm not comfortable with at all. And how did Facebook even? Were they just planning to change a line in their EULA, like hide it somewhere in there?
By the way, fuck HIPAA, like BT Dubs.
Why?
No, I'm saying that's what he's gonna be in the EULA.
Oh, gotcha.
like at the end of the EULA, it's just BT Dubs, fuck HIPAA.
Oh,
like, no, I'm not saying that. God damn it. Sorry, I'm clear.
Well, I mean, yeah, because I thought you were interjecting with a Chen point.
No. I'm interjecting into the EULA what Zuck is saying.
I was like, what do you have against HIPAA, dude?
I don't have anything against HIPAA. I think HIPAA is great, okay? Anyway.
You should hear what he said earlier.
Hold on. No. So, okay, I got a question to pose to you guys.
Yeah.
Now, of course, that article sounds like it's riddled with just inaccuracies, and not on the article side, but on the way that they are presenting the reason why they're trying to get this information, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, we're getting it for anonymous reasons. Oh, but we also need it for
your medical records.
So, are we just more heightened to these types of keywords that we're looking for, or are they sucking that bad at their PR now since there's been a crack or a chink in the armor?
I think it's both.
Both a little bit?
Yeah.
I think it's both.
Like they're scrambling to kind of cover their shit?
I mean, yeah, when you shine the lights, the cockroaches scatter.
It's so much harder now to hide anything. I mean, the internet, if the internet wants to know a thing, they're going to turn their ringer up. No, they're gonna find out. It'll call. That's right. Oh, that's the internet. I better go get that.
They'll call you.
Yeah.
Watch. That's Zuck. Can you put the podcast on the phone? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
No. So, okay, I get what you're saying.
Right.
My question is, if we read the same article that BGM just brought up, let's say 3 weeks ago, before this whole thing, would we still catch up? Would we still pick out those weird kind of keywords there? You know what I mean? Like, would we be privy?
Yeah. We probably would.
Okay, but not the average user, right?
We're living in this mindset.
Yeah.
That's true.
But perhaps there would have been some listeners who might have passed.
It's just standard grade bullshit. I mean, it's, like anytime that a company does a thing that's bad, right? They're going to come out and go, well, we were doing this for our users, and we were,
but like what BGM is saying, you are already in that mindset.
Yeah.
The average user is not. And so even now, like...
well, I mean, so Zuckerberg tried to get past it by saying, oh, you all agreed to this, even though EULAs hardly ever work or stand up in court.
They don't ever stand up in court,
Although I doubt anybody's going to take Facebook to court unless
feel like
they have the best legal team. They revive, like Johnny Cochran's zombified corpse into their...
Mr. Zuck, can you put on this glove here for a second?
I want to say 2 or 3 people are currently trying to sue Facebook.
Something I think I might have seen an article about that.
That's going to go into litigation limbo and disappear.
They're going to wait them out.
We have a community mic.
Good.
So kind of what you were saying, Chen, with HIPAA versus just like before or a couple of weeks ago when that happened, it was us as IT individuals questioning all of the data being given up. The norm is still kind of oblivious to what they're truly giving up. When you start bringing in things like HIPAA, while we may not be as quick to jump on that word, there's an entire group of individuals in the health industry that will jump on that. And that brings a completely different direction of attacks toward Facebook. Like you now have an entire health industry who is one of the only industries probably growing as large as tech in general. Mm-hmm. And to irritate that side of the board along with the tech side of the board, I think that they're not going to be comfortable here in the future from an ever-growing stance that they've had.
Yeah. No, I agree with what you're saying, and it kind of goes back to what we were discussing in Discord, which, by the way, if you're not on Discord, go to Discord. But we're kind of discussing this in Discord earlier this week, which is, vote with your dollar, vote with... Well, yes, Facebook is free, but to stop your usage, or at least we were talking about last week, obfuscation, or just changing the way you use the platform.
Yeah. And I guess people also have to think about what it means for something to be free, because it's free up front, but it's not free.
Yeah, we've been saying since... when did we start this podcast? 2014?
2014.
We've been saying since 2014-ish that whenever anything online is free, whenever you sign up for anything that's free, any service that's free, you're the product being
Absolutely,
sold.
100%. And it's extremely obvious now. Like you can see that in everything. Because you have to suffer through the ads they send you, whether or not they're accurate or not. Like, and it does add convenience. You like to be able to, oh, it's nice that they know what I want, so they can tailor my experience to me. But at the same time, not everybody wants that. A lot of people don't want that.
Yeah.
And it's almost impossible to get away from that now with the profiles that everything has built on you. Instagram, Facebook, your music profiles, your like any fitness tracker you use, everything now has like a complete picture of you and who you are as a person, and it's kind of disgusting.
Yeah,
it is very disgusting. Gross. But can you imagine a future where, because of all the bad publicity, Facebook just kind of goes away? Just
something else will be along.
Stop. Well, yeah, but
there's
I'm saying
too much
like,
money on the table.
What I'm saying though is they've made making money such a priority that eventually they just stop existing because of their business practices.
Yes. And
like, the data will still be out there, but the company not exist anymore.
I mean, and there will be a new company take its place. Hopefully, and I just read about this today, more in the vein of Craigslist than of like a Facebook or something.
Yeah.
Which I was very pleasantly surprised about. I didn't realize that in the however many years Craigslist has been around, they haven't made a profit because all the money goes towards infrastructure and
just upkeep
and the salaries of its
operating
employees.
costs. That's it.
They don't do anything to. Because they don't have any shareholders, so they don't have to do anything to benefit the shareholders. So the company is all about itself.
And the same article said that they brought in $81 million last year. $81
million. And
like that's great. And
haven't made a profit since its inception, which I think is amazing. And I think more companies strive to be like that.
Yeah.
Because you're still able to have a, healthy infrastructure.
And you're taking care of the people who support it, right?
And they have approximately 50 employees, I believe. So
I
that's
thought
incredible.
you said 24.
No, they're 50.
I think what I read was about 50. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's still very impressive.
Yeah, but dude, if you think about it, aside from operating costs, which by the way they get from like certain types of postings on Craigslist,
only job postings in certain states,
and also job posting or rent postings.
Rent postings in some
in like
some
New York,
states
for
as well.
instance, for like a rental property in New York, the poster has to pay $10, but that's with all these types of posts, they're getting $81 million a year. That's insane. That's great.
Yeah.
And I was very impressed with the article.
Yeah, I love that. I wish more companies. I would love for a social media company to sort of take that space, like where it operates at cost or whatever it costs to operate, and it just does allows people to communicate and do what we have now, but not in an evil way. Like Google 10 years ago. Don't be evil.
Yeah. I was actually in a small company. What's that?
Did you say don't be evil because of the thing a couple of days ago?
What happened?
You should cover that. You should go,
Google's pretty much
Well,
split
all right,
internally.
We'll go back to that.
Oh, go ahead. Or are you?
I'm going to
you're
look
looking
up
at
info.
thing?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. So I used to
I'm not
be
wrong.
a part of a small company, which actually you're familiar with.
Oh yes, yeah.
And and then going to a very, very large company, there is definitely a difference in how they treat people in general.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's very hard when it's 10, 20, 30 people even, it's hard to screw someone over when you have to look them in the eye the next day.
Yeah.
In a sense, it's very hard to be like, you know what, I'm going to really fuck Steve over. But then you have to like see him in the break room. Well, hey, Steve, it's hard. But when you're a 1,000 million people company or whatever, it's like, who is Joe Smith?
So when you're in your Imperial Tower, like in your office with all the security and everything, you're like, fuck you, Steve.
When everything is when it's not a name, when it's just a number to you.
Yeah. Well, and that's it. It's not fuck you, Steve.
Yeah, it's just a number.
He doesn't even know Steve's name.
I know I'm being facetious and I'm using hyperbole, but
he doesn't know Steve's boss's name.
It's
I get it.
It's like the person at the top is like, hey, we could save $1 million next year if we cut out numbers 50 through 100. It's like cut them because it's just numbers. It's not a person.
Right.
But when you have to see these people, when it's not a number, when it's actual name, and you know their families, and you go to dinner with them or whatever, that's a bit different.
Yeah.
Which I think Craigslist surprisingly would still have with only having 50 employees. You have holiday parties where you could have it at someone's house or whatever. 50 is maybe a bit large to have it at someone's house, but you get the idea.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very happy and pleased and surprised pleasantly with Craigslist.
I would love to know of more companies like that because I want to support companies like that.
Yeah.
Because I mean,
they're still private too because there's no IPO.
There's no IPO. There's no shareholders.
Of course,
and companies like that, I definitely want to support. I love that. That's great.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
So, what I mentioned earlier. So this happened. When did this happen? This happened April 4th. So 3 days ago.
2 days ago.
3 days ago. Oh, 2 days ago. 2 days ago.
Yep.
Today's the 6th. Everyone.
Today is the 6th.
So 3,000 Google employees signed a kind of like a petition sort of thing that they're demanding Google ends its involvement in something called Project Maven, which is a joint task with the Pentagon to develop artificial intelligence for drones.
Oh.
And they were citing Google's or Alphabet's "Don't be evil" motto as reasons why they want Google to stop. And this is like, and it's 3,000 Google employees. That's a large
solid
chunk of
number.
employees.
Yeah.
They have a lot, but that's a large chunk.
Yeah, 3,000 is not nothing.
No.
Right.
And I'm willing to bet that there are some higher ranked Google people who sign that as well. But it's going to be. It says the signed letter comes weeks after reports surfaced that Google was implementing Project Maven, an artificial intelligence surveillance tool to interpret video imagery, likely in order to improve targeting of drone strikes. Wow. So they wanted Google to end that involvement.
And this split, in a sense, makes me think there are definitely going to be more splits within companies due to something similar, you know? Like, I feel like there's, like, because we posted something earlier. I don't know if we posted it in a public channel, but the thing about Craigslist and the freeware, shareware, and all this stuff, it's going to go back to being that. Like, a lot of employees are like, why don't we just make stuff for the people, you know? Like, make stuff so that people have this technology that we have.
You know, real quick, what would be really terrible is if before they dropped the drones, if they added them to Google Plus. You can't get rid of that shit.
Community Mike.
Community Mike.
Yeah, so speaking of Google, there was I think not too long ago, a bunch of ex-Google and ex-Facebook employees have created something called the Center for Humane, I just read it.
I think I know what you're
yeah,
referring
and they
to.
basically, they're there to fight what they built.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's interesting. Yeah, I've heard about
That's
this.
it's like almost Oppenheimer-esque levels of regret.
And this was this was Google employees, right?
Ex-Google
employees.
Facebook, yep.
Oh, okay. So I like the split is happening.
Yeah.
Which I really dig.
So, my this leads me to the question that I want to pose to you guys. Will this will this change the way these companies go about their business? Will they stop doing things like develop AI for drones to target to get into the business of war, I'll say? Or will it just incentivize the companies to no longer be so transparent about their dealings?
Option B, Alex.
Yeah.
Option B.
Are there laws that say the companies need to reveal these things to their shareholders?
To the shareholders,
probably,
yes. To the public,
but to
The laws
public?
are more like guidelines.
I don't think there's anything. I don't think.
But then, is there anything saying the shareholders? Is there anything saying the shareholders have to keep this information secret as well?
These are questions. These are great questions. I honestly don't know. Chen?
Well, I mean, I'm not a corporate lawyer, but that's an interesting thing to research.
I would love to look this up because I honestly don't know, but I would like to know that.
So, 10, 20 years ago, I would have gone along with B. But this kind of goes.
Good.
What's that?
Well, I just said I'm not a corporate lawyer, but I'm not a lawyer at all. So sorry, go ahead.
I'm merely a traffic attorney.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm not a corporate lawyer. I'm just a janitor.
I'm just a caveman that was
Sorry,
recently
Satchel.
unfrozen.
My bad. Go ahead.
Bright lights frighten me. But, no, the, old Bill Hartman. 10, 20 years ago, I would have said, yeah, it's probably going to be B. But now, and this is what I was talking about earlier today in I think in one of our channels, is that there is a culture right now of divesting that is extremely powerful. You know, like right now they're going after Laura Ingraham went after the kids with the Parkland shooting. Yeah. And so Laura Ingraham comes out and she's talking shit on the kid. And they're all going after her sponsors. Mm-hmm. She's been gone for a week, and she's still got sponsors dropping. You know, people have learned that if you hit companies in their wallet, they'll listen. Mm-hmm. Now, is Google going to get hit hard enough in their wallet to listen?
I know. I see what you're saying because
so Facebook has lost billions and they're it's whatever to them. They're shrugging it off. It's like wiping dirt off their shoulder.
Yeah.
I would have thought with a loss like that, there would have been a major shakeup of leadership in Facebook.
Well, the thing is, I don't think that it's just that they're dusting off their shoulders, because I mean, look at their PR nightmare in the last week. Like Zuck is scrambling to handle the media. That's not just dusting dirt off your shoulder.
I've already been on Ellen. What do you want?
They are scrambling, but they're also. I mean, if you look at $3 billion compared to their total worth, it's like nothing.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
It was 100.
I know. But, all I'm saying is it's enough to get them scrambling to address the media, right? Like it's enough to.
Are they?
Yeah, I would consider this somewhat damage control. No,
I don't think so.
you guys don't think that's at least even a smidgen of damage?
No. I think it's just media shining the light further on Facebook. It's what you said earlier.
As they should be.
So now the media is digging into Facebook, but I don't think, because it's not Zuckerberg scrambling
it's not
to
Facebook
rebuild
statement.
Facebook's PR. Because he's not trying to say, oh no, Facebook is great, Facebook is wonderful. He's saying, well, you guys agreed to this. You know, he's not even.
From my side, I haven't seen any real statements from Facebook besides Zuckerberg saying you agreed to this, and like these articles from other news outlets digging into Facebook, like because now they're wounded animal.
Yeah.
So Facebook Facebook hasn't said anything about anything.
Yeah.
They probably made statements in these articles about. I haven't read the articles, but they probably made statements saying, "Oh, we do or don't do this or whatever." But they haven't said anything as regard to like helping their status.
You know what I found interesting, talking about Facebook not saying anything? One place where they did say something is they took an ad out in the New York Times saying, "OMG, we're so sorry, LOL."
See, but that's not a normal move for them.
Okay, but here's the thing: who that's normally on Facebook reads the freaking New York Times?
You know where the best place to advertise that article would have been?
Well, but no.
On Facebook?
I'm not joking. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You're saying that they screwed up. I'm saying that they hit their target audience, because their target audience
is not the users of Facebook.
It's not the users. It's the people that invest in Facebook.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
They read the Wall Street Journal. I said New York Times earlier. I meant Wall Street Journal.
This is true. Okay.
Yeah.
And I did not know about that because I don't read the Wall Street Journal.
There you go.
Yeah.
So the whole point is to reassure shareholders, like, oh, well, they apologized. I'm sure everything will be fine.
They're fixed. They're sweeping it under the rug.
They're fine.
They're fine.
Okay.
So I just did some quick calculations. So there was an article.
Look at that brain moving.
Yeah. There was an article.
You're embarrassing him.
There was an article. I saw it like 2 weeks ago, saying that Mark Zuckerberg once spent $30 million to buy the houses around him for privacy.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And like one of the things I thought about was like, oh, it'd be nice to have $30 million just to spend on these houses. But then I thought, what is it compared to his net worth? And the talking about Facebook's worth compared to how much they lost got me thinking about this. So he's worth 60 billion, 61 billion. So he's worth $60 billion. That's like he had $6,000 and he spent $3 to buy every house around him. That's how much money he has. Wow. That's why the money that Facebook just lost is like a drop in the bucket. They don't care.
That's fucking insane.
They don't care.
Tax the rich.
Yeah. There's so many things I can say about this, but I'm hoping that the company's employees rioting from within, I say rioting, I hope they riot from within, and that like causes an implosion for these companies. I mean, as much as I love Google and Android phones and all this stuff, I would much rather see a huge shakeup of these industries.
I don't know, okay, this is totally anecdotal evidence, but like, I have still been checking my Facebook throughout the week, and I feel like the nature of the feed has changed. Like I feel like it's a lot. I don't want to say quieter because they'll just load it with other shit, But the type of data or information that I see has kind of changed. I don't know how. I can't explain what I'm seeing. It's
confirmation bias, probably.
I was gonna say because
maybe perhaps I don't know. But
on my side, I would say nothing's changed.
Yeah.
I mean, some friends have gone the route of obfuscation where they're trying to like switch up their pictures or change.
I'm seeing more of that though. I really am.
Maybe one or two from anecdotally on my side.
Oh, I thought you meant like suggested articles or something like that. Because I noticed I see a lot less like newsy articles. Like, I see a lot less political ads and stuff like that.
So that's one. Again, it could be confirmation bias. It could be the change of the algorithm. I don't know, but I'm seeing a lot more like fluff pieces, like a lot more like, oh, check out this cool viral video, where
Yeah.
I was before seeing a lot more, a lot.
Right.
I don't think
a lot more political
I
shit.
never saw that much political stuff anyway.
Oh, really?
Maybe it's because I only post memes and or meme videos.
Yeah, so the Facebook algorithm is like, oh, Doxy, yeah, just throw him some sort of, success kid thing, and he'll be fine.
Hilarious. They know. They got me pegged. They know. Yeah, I don't know.
Or throw him another one of those SpongeBob Patrick memes. He'll be fine.
SpongeBob is a gold mine for me. I'm just gonna say
I know
that.
it is.
I'm
But,
just gonna say
okay.
I like the intimidating SpongeBob, the one where he imitates the person. With like
Oh, yeah.
the-
Ooh, you
the
talking
next case.
Sorry, you broke me. Go ahead. You talk.
Also, just kind of tangential here, still going along with the Facebook privacy thing, it came out today that Facebook, specifically Zuckerberg, deleted his archive of messages.
I saw that shit too.
Yeah.
Something users can't do. He did.
He's like in God mode.
because you don't. Okay, so talking about scrambling and trying to
See? He's scrambling. No?
I will say there probably maybe is some court case coming against him where they're trying to get rid of
He's fucking doing damage control.
discovery evidence. Because they can't grab for discovery what they can't find.
Yeah.
Damage
So-
control.
But isn't he going to have to? He's going to have to testify, right?
He said, well, okay, according to Predict It, he's voluntarily going to testify in front of Congress.
Yeah, because then you have to, if you volunteer, then you have more time to get rid of your evidence.
Yeah. Well, okay. So, I'm not a corporate lawyer. Or
Lawyer,
at
what kind
all.
of lawyer? Are you perhaps a bird lawyer?
I am a bird
I'm
lawyer.
a bird lawyer.
You want to buy some kitten mittens?
I am fully
No,
trained in bird law.
So, I don't know how it's done in most corporate environments. I do know how it's done in some.
Poorly.
But usually, whenever you have to have like a contingency or a disaster recovery plan for any kind of situation to go on, especially if you're a big corporation. So that would include archives, and that would include needing these archives for a certain amount of time. Like, okay, we take a big archive that's good for 20 years. We take smaller archives that only last this long, but we take one big archive every 20 years or back up these small archives, stuff like that. So that would mean somewhere there's an archive of Zuckerberg's messages, because he shouldn't be allowed to touch the archives.
Yeah, he
Well,
shouldn't be.
I mean-
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, I was gonna say he shouldn't be, but
He owns the place. I mean,
who's gonna tell the Zuck no? Community Mike.
Most of those are based on regulatory compliance. So if we live in Vegas, if you're a gaming industry, you are ruled by, here in Nevada, the Nevada Gaming Control Board. They require what you need to keep. From Zuckerberg's perspective, it is truly based on, so he's federally traded, so whatever the FCC requires, FTC requires, but then anything beyond that, from an email perspective, his personal stuff, if he deletes it all, anything that's not on those stored drives for most likely what's going to be a year, anything that he had beyond that, if he still had it when he had to give up the data, became liable in court. If he deletes it all today and it isn't because it was previous data and it's already wiped off of what was stored drives, it doesn't matter. So if he had stuff, let's say that he did shady stuff a year and 2 months ago, it's not on the...
Well, but it's not just a year's worth of messages. It would have been I'm talking about like a full database backup. So it would have been his entire archive of messages.
Right, but he's only required from an FTC perspective to hold X. If he had greater than X, anything before X can be deleted, and
So
they still just have to hold that.
Okay, so So what I'm saying then is like an archive of the actual database, not just the Delta data.
Okay, what I can speak to is the Nevada Gaming Commission, because holy shit, if they come knocking on your door, at least in my old industry, yeah, whatever you have, you better give them. Another community mic?
yeah.
Well, what it is there's a minimum time, like you said, that they have to do. There's a certain level within the corporation that has to be maintained. Like anybody above anybody that's a decision maker, which is typically directors or above. And then I believe the retainment time is about 3 years. But other communications can be deleted unless they're part of a lawsuit at that time or they're under subpoena. As long as they don't fall underneath that, they can delete whatever it is. If it's a personal message between two people and he's talking to somebody who isn't part of the company and he's not talking about company business or company assets, he's free to delete all that. So he's, you clean up your messages once in a while.
Yeah.
I have all my messages from the first time I had a smartphone.
Yeah. So.
Ooh, wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Ew. I mean, they're.
The trick is he only has 6 messages.
I've only got 2 friends, and they don't text me very often. So.
One of the friends didn't even know he was one.
They stopped talking to me.
But I mean, yeah, okay. So
this is getting to the realm.
He was probably scrambling to delete something incriminating them.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's like
I don't think.
We can't hear you. Yeah, we don't have. Yeah.
Sorry.
We got one more community mic
No,
comment.
what I'm saying here, though, and then I'll pass it off to community Mike, is what I'm saying here is these are signs of damage control, even to a small smidgen degree.
Yeah, but he's got a building full of lawyers, and none of them are going to say, yeah, you can delete X, Y, or Z unless it's legal. Mm-hmm. So he's doing damage control, but he isn't doing illegal damage control.
Yeah.
No. So he's cleaning up his message history, but unless they're under subpoena or there's a court order that says he has to hold it, or there's some other legal constraint that has to do with operation of Facebook, he's pretty much able to delete whatever he wants.
Mm-hmm. Right. And so I stand by my original statement, which is, even to a slight degree, it is damage control.
They're concerned, is what you're getting.
Well, yeah.
So $100 billion is just a little bit of dirt off of that shoulder.
If deleting data was their business, he would give that option to users.
Well,
right,
absolutely true. Yes. Yeah.
Deleting data is definitely not their business.
No.
Keeping and selling their data, that is their business. Right, I got you.
Oh, and we have our community mic is on fire.
Unless you're Ashley Madison, then you can have people pay you to say, "Well, delete this," but then when you're breached, you figure out you never really did.
Womp womp.
Wow. Speaking of that database, actually, not speaking about that database. Does anybody else have anything to say about that?
87 million Facebook users' data might have been compromised.
Maybe just 87 million.
I can't flap these air quotes hard
87
enough.
million, give or take a few million.
A billion.
And of 2.2 billion users.
Yeah. I'll be willing to bet about 2.2 billion users have been compromised.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Well, this article doesn't say, but I'd be willing to bet that half that 2.2 billion are bots or fake accounts.
You think so?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're all over the place, man.
Yes.
Goddamn Russians.
I mean...
Yeah.
So it says, going back, way back, remember I brought up a question like, if they're anonymizing the data, how are they gonna actually be able to tie it to a user? It says here, according to CNBC, Facebook data and the hospital data, both of them, would have been stripped of any identifying markers like the person's name before it reached either one, and it would utilize hashing to match the sets of data. Although, I don't know how that would work.
But let's say hypothetically you're using maybe some fake or obfuscated information, such as name.
If you're creating a hash, right? Mm-hmm. It's
right.
You're creating a hash that can't be reversed. So on the other side, you have to use the same algorithm to hash something else and verify that these match. So it would have to be something that Facebook and the hospital both share, which is probably just the user's name. Or because what else does Facebook require?
Some sort of shared key.
Probably social security number.
Or phone number.
Yeah.
Wouldn't surprise me if Facebook has socials. No one ever typed their social into Facebook, but it wouldn't surprise me if they're data mining.
I was just about to say that. But another point of interest, or another thing, I'm not going to pull up the article right now, but I know it exists. They've removed the feature to search people by email and by phone number. And I used to use that for OSINT purposes.
Did they?
Yeah, they've removed that.
Since
supposedly they removed that feature.
Since when?
Since like 2 days ago because they're doing damage control. CTO
maybe
said
a
it.
lot of people downloaded their data and saw a whole bunch of email addresses.
No, the CTO said it.
People that had blocked and or removed
People
them
that
or
had blocked
whatever.
them.
Yeah, yep.
I didn't see that in mine. Does that? I guess nobody.
Everybody just loves you, Satchel.
That's weird. I'm surprised.
Hey man.
Hold
Hey
on.
man.
See, now I gotta find it, but like
You're
that's
fantastic.
Aw.
Hold on.
What are you looking for?
Have you guys seen the new Firefox extension that puts Facebook in its own private container so it can't touch other tabs or other websites?
I got an app like that on my phone.
Yeah.
Frost for Facebook.
Frost for Facebook.
I used to use tinfoil, but it can't do.
I used to use
messages.
tinfoil.
I used to use tinfoil as well.
Yeah.
God damn it! Now I'm gonna have to find this thing.
Docker,
Anyway, I don't wanna spend time.
Docker for Firefox.
I'll find it and we could link it. But
Speaking of which, this is completely off topic. I still don't understand the purpose of Docker, and that's just a thing I have. Okay, sorry.
Docker.
yeah, it's a
It's a
DevOps
containerization
thing.
technology.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like if let's say you're running a server, you
Yeah.
can have
Holy shit, we're really off the rails.
we talked about the containerization on Facebook, and it just really got me thinking about it because I talked
Yeah.
to somebody earlier in the week about it. Anyway, so let's say you have a server running and you want to run like applications in separate Docker images. So
Yeah.
that Docker image is completely separate from the rest of the server.
Oh, it's a sandboxing thing.
It's a
Yeah,
sandboxing
yeah.
thing.
Oh,
Okay.
All I said was DevOps.
I don't understand the purpose, but whatever. Anyway, we'll talk about that after the show.
Probably so you can test malicious browser extensions.
Yeah.
No, it's like a. I don't know if you can use it in Windows because I don't work on Windows systems, but it's like a Linux-based Linux containerization thing. So like, let's say you have Apache running on your server, but you want Apache only in this Docker image. It's completely segregated from that system, so it doesn't touch any of your other ports or any of your other systems.
So what's that? Yeah, but okay. So
So
it's,
what's the point?
It's
I
one
don't-
operating system, right? Like, what's the difference between that and like, let's say VMware? And now
like-
I'm just curious.
And like spinning up another VM.
yeah.
I don't know. That's what I've been arguing all week. I don't
think,
get it.
I think the difference is that with Docker, it's still your same operating system, but it can't run amok through it. Like if there's something.
Make like if you want to test something, make
Yeah, but
another VM.
Well,
what
sure.
about how does it deal with dependencies that exist outside the container?
They're only in that container. Like whatever you need for that application, it's
I've
only. in
I've seen that with
container.
Ruby though.
So it has its own like lib folder and
All
etc.
that, all that
Yeah.
stuff is.
I
in
see that with,
folder.
Ruby
So like,
development.
like, let's say you want to touch. Let's say you wanted to test a new version of PHP, but you didn't want to break the rest of your system. You could do that in a Docker container, which I totally get.
That's pretty cool. But
You- you can do that
just
with,
spin up a VM.
It's
Yeah.
that's what I've been. That's what I've been saying.
you can do
I
that
don't
with
get it.
Ruby gems too, as an example. Community Mike.
Yeah, it's like the old change root jail.
Change root. Oh, when you, like, when you
Oh,
lock
true.
someone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's
I
what
mean,
that's like, yeah.
I get it, but I don't get why you wouldn't just spin up a VM. It's about the same amount of time.
Less resources.
Less resources. I heard that, which I get that. I totally get that. But
Oh, now he has no.
No, I mean no, and I totally understand that. But I mean, it's not. It's not.
And you could, with less resources, you can spin up multiple ones if you want.
Yeah, you can have like
Yeah,
depending on the
exactly.
system, you could have multiple Docker containers on that.
So
that
instead of having
server.
like let's say 5 VMs, you can have 8 Docker images
I don't get it.
But why call it Docker? Dockers don't.
because you dock.
But
No,
Docs
I don't
don't
know.
store anything. Call it.
I mean, but there's
Cargo.
another one. I think
Cargo
Kubernetes
pod.
is another containerization.
Well, that depends because they're like in the enterprise world, we have like different types of like containerization. Like there's Pivotal Cloud Foundry, right? So there's dynamic workloads and there's static workloads, or workloads that you want to keep around that you want data, right? Others are basically just I want to churn this process and let it go, and that's what some of the different types of workloads are
Oh, I
for
see.
containerization.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Okay,
should-
so I
we
could
should-
see. I could see the appeal.
I can kind of see the appeal, but I'm a fan of also just spinning up a new VM. I'm like, oh shit, I want to test PHP, this new PHP release. Spin up a VM, do it, break down the VM afterwards.
Right.
I don't get why that's. It is less resource intensive, but not that much
But
where it's like
what
detrimental.
if there's stuff in that VM that you want, but you can no longer have if you break
if you
down
break
the
it
VM?
down.
Yeah.
I mean, if I'm only testing like a new PHP build or whatever, why would
Well,
I
I'm
do
just
that?
saying, like maybe that's the appeal of the dock here.
But,
of a
I mean,
Docker
it's the same
container.
thing though, like because that Docker image can't interface with the rest of your system. So like once you break down that Docker container, it's also gone.
Oh, okay. All right. I was
So it's kind of the
confused.
same thing
I
as
was
a VM. It's
confused.
just on the system itself. It's like, sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was
No.
gonna say I used to run Crouton on my Chromebook.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah, me too.
Long time, yeah.
Yeah.
And you were able to, it's change root. So you basically have a Linux install on top of your
Okay, cool.
You're making me hungry now. I want a salad. You said crouton.
Oh boy.
Damn it, me too. Anyway, my point being that you could still access stuff that's normally on just your Chromebook, like in on the Chrome partition. You could still access stuff through,
Yeah.
through Crouton.
So you can,
So even though it's containerized a completely different operating system,
yeah.
you can still access stuff on your normal one.
So sorry, one sec. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's where like they're getting to the whole microservice thing, where like I just want to run a script real quick and then end it. So a Docker container can throw it up, 15 seconds, run your script, and it just dies.
This is true. It is.
Oh.
It could be faster than.
I think we're changing Doxy's mind.
And especially if you've got like if you've got some sort of automation like Sauce Stack or Ansible, whatever, just you can have a script ready built to build that image. I get that. But also I can but at the same time I can spin up, like, let's say I have like a hypervisor or whatever, I can spin up a VM in approximately the same amount of time, a few minutes. I have like a CentOS 7 image already built. I just spin it up, I do what I got to do, and then I'm done.
But you could do it in seconds.
Yeah,
that'd
be really useful for something like Python, because Python it's recommended to run in a VM.
There you go.
So,
I mean, I still don't agree with it, but hey,
more community mic.
Even from the other side of that, like for certain businesses, they actually, for the VMs you're talking about, they charge $2,000 to $3,000 per each of them. Whether you use them for a few minutes or a few hours or forever, you still have to pay money to do it, even internally, because they charge, because you have such large companies that have separate departments that all essentially
if it's a
pull
cost
money
benefit
between each
thing,
other.
I get that too. All
Dude,
right.
we are slowly changing Doxy's mind.
I mean, it's a
also,
huge,
dude, remember how we started the episode though? You were kind of not mad, but kind of frustrated
About
with people
changing-
who like
yeah.
don't, they are set in their old ways.
and I'm totally open to Docker. I've used it like for other things at different jobs. Like I've used it because some customers like it. It's a big thing in DevOps now. Either Docker or Kubernetes is the other one, I believe. Like I understand them and whatnot, but Kubernetes, yeah.
I've always wanted to try Qubits, the OS that's it was a Cube OS. Wait, what the fuck was it? Cubes. Thank you. Cubes. It's an operating system that I want to try.
it's
Linux
one
based.
letter with 4 silent letters after it.
Why? Wait. Why?
regular
What's special about cubes? Why would I want to?
It's like an encrypted Linux OS and something along those lines. I'll show you after.
Okay.
It's really cool. I want to try it out, but I don't
believe
have a
you.
machine that I could. Well, no, I do have a machine that I could try it on before I sell it.
Don't let your dreams be dreams, dude.
I won't. All right. Anyway, so let's move on to the lightning round. Does anybody have any last remarks on what we've been talking about?
I guess we're pushing IoT to next week then.
Oh
Yeah, IoT will definitely be.
Tune in.
Well, depending on the news
Depending
cycle.
on what Facebook decides to do in the next week. I mean,
and I hope they get
IoT
real weird with it.
Yeah,
I
IoT
hope
was
so, too.
supposed to be this week, but I mean the news. We just had to extend the privacy till.
Yeah, but I kind of want to see the fire continue. Just saying. Anyway,
Okay, so real quick before we leave this topic, it is really easy to be pessimistic about this. Oh, it's this amount of money that's not going to touch them. It's not really harming them. But if it continues, if it snowballs, that big snowball down a mountain gets bigger, then
That's what I'm saying.
it could actually turn into something.
Well, so
Damage
game that
control.
out though. What would that look like? Let's say that it reaches critical mass. People are like, "No, God damn it, I'm sick of this shit."
It
What
would-
happens then?
MySpace is about to make a real big comeback.
Tom, we missed you.
Everybody stops, friend.
No,
Tom, you're
it's
still my
Justin
friend.
Timberlake now.
Oh fuck, that's right. Yeah.
That's right.
Justin Timberlake owns Facebook.
Well,
Or
yeah,
I'm sorry, not Facebook. MySpace.
I like
MySpace.
Justin Timberlake.
MySpace. I mean, he might have sold it by now. That was like
We
10
have a
years
wild
ago.
crux in the building.
Yeah, I don't know, but I don't know. I don't know.
What would that look like?
First, I
Very
think-
interesting for sure.
I think first it would look like a lot of litigation, and then it would look like a lot of concessions from Facebook, and then it would look like a whole lot. It would look a whole lot like MySpace circa 2007.
Yeah.
Like a mass exodus of like
Mass
users.
exodus.
Mass,
Yeah.
and I feel like they would start changing things up to try to capture the masses, but it would everything would be
Part-
bad.
Yeah.
Part of the litigation, though, would have to be users are allowed to delete their data. Gone.
Period.
It's gone.
Yeah.
And then once they lose that data, they have nothing to sell.
Yeah.
And then people don't want to be there because of all the shit coming about them.
That would have
Exodus.
to be the first thing that gets done. Litigation demanding Facebook allowing users to delete their data. It's gone.
Yeah.
I
So
can't
Click a
wait.
button to delete.
I think
that would have to be the first thing,
And
and
then-
then it'll
Equifax.
all.
But honestly, if
Fold
we I mean, someone would spin up a new social media site very fast.
Oh yeah.
And maybe do it like Craigslist.
like a privacy-based social media site, and they would get spun up very fast. It would be terrible, but it would either get better or it would drive competition, and there'd be a bunch of different social media.
Reddit now has
I
walls.
just want somebody to like draw like a GIF of like Google Plus just sitting with popcorn looking at
I'm
refreshing,
going to be relevant, damn it.
refreshing our
remember-
news on Reddit.
Remember before Facebook became the one true social media platform?
Yeah.
We had High Five, we had Friendster, we had MySpace, Facebook,
Yeah.
all of these different things, and they were all competing to be the best. And then obviously Facebook won. but then it'll be that again, just with a different focus now, because we didn't have like a lot of photo sharing and like whatever we have now. So it would be the same thing but different, you know. And I would love to see that.
Last community mic before the lightning round.
I think it's going to get worse.
I think
not
so
just
too.
be on social media,
Facebook?
right? But no, not just Facebook, but just the technology companies
yeah.
in general. You look at Amazon, Alexa, right? What are they collecting? Every question you ask.
Everything.
Yeah. Soon they're probably watching this as well and saying, "Oh shit, should we
Man.
start giving users the choice?"
If Amazon comes out with a fucking social media site,
Alexa, delete my delete my search history. I don't know what you mean.
I'm
I
sorry.
don't know.
I can't let you do that, Dave.
Yeah, I don't know what you mean, Dave.
And then all of a sudden, these metal shutters you didn't know you had come
Right,
rolling
right.
down in front of all your doors
Yeah.
and windows.
it's funny but terrifying.
Yeah, it kind of is actually.
So now we talked about this a little bit last week with the European laws that are going into effect, where if any company has data on a European citizen,
The Anti-Cloud Act.
basically, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Let's see something like that here in the U.S.
Never.
well, but it already is because
because
if any
European citizens
oh,
are.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep interrupting.
Well, no, that's fine. No, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Because Facebook has people from the EU using it, and they do, so they have to be able to at least.
So when
So
will
the
the fallout from that
functionality
happen? I'm
is
very
there.
curious about that.
I want to change my locale in Facebook
To EU?
UK.
Oh crap, he's from the EU. We got to delete his shit.
Darn it!
That'd be
NordVPN, they're not a sponsor, but I heard great things.
I personally like PIA,
PIA?
private internet. There
Oh,
you go.
nice, cool.
PIA. If you're looking for a good VPN, PIA, and also Nord.
NordVPN, IPVanish. Like, there's a lot of them. Get an
I have a
IVPN.
lifetime subscription to VPN Unlimited. It's
Me
pretty
too.
good. It's pretty good.
VPN Unlimited. I dig it. I dig it. I dig it. I have that too. Okay, sorry. Lightning round.
All right, lightning round, guys. Oh, okay, so
Yeah, we
let's see here. All right, so for those of you who do not know what the lightning round is, now that we're done with our heated discussion, not heated, but like, intense, right? We are going to read the headlines from zdnet.com/topic/security, and we will give our tweets length of opinion on the articles. And then we want you guys to do, make your own opinion, read the articles, figure it out for yourselves. We don't want to tell you how to think. We just want to tell you kind of like where you could look for some of your information.
To think.
could.
To think. Yeah,
To
we want,
think.
we want to tell you how to think. No, I'm just kidding.
We don't want to
Not
tell you
how
how
to
to
think.
think, but our algorithms will be polished while we
All right, who wants to go first?
Me.
All right, Doxy it is. All right, so I know that we've been talking about it all episode, but let's just do this first article here. On Facebook, Zuckerberg gets privacy and you get nothing. Talking about the deletion of his privacy.
I'm assuming this is talking about deletion. Since as I mentioned earlier, all my Facebook is memes and me posting funny things. I just want to say you're welcome to whoever's reading my dank ass memes, wherever they're being sold to. So you're welcome.
In the land of the blind, the guy that can delete his chat messages is king.
I guess that's the benefit of being the 1%.
Oh, very good.
Shots fired.
Snap.
Yeah.
All right, next one. This is in reference to the new DNS. Go ahead.
11111.
Yeah, that's the next article, actually.
Oh, cool.
All right, so next article. How to use Cloudflare's DNS service to speed up and secure your internet. This is referencing to 1.1.1.1. 1.1.1.1.1.1.
I've been using this, and I dig it so far.
Is it fast? It's fast. I've heard good things.
I haven't done any actual measurements.
So they're using Cloudflare redirect to be able to go to a server close by you. And they've set up DNS servers all over the place. So I've looked through proxies, probably 15 different servers around the world, and they're all hitting under 30 milliseconds.
Ooh, sweet.
Whoa.
Could I use something like this for, let's say, a pie hole?
Oh, sure, yeah, I have it set up on my redirect now.
They would block the same
Probably be best
domains,
to
though?
for
What? Yeah.
Final.
So all you're doing is getting your domains outside your area, or what you don't want. Or you
Right.
with a pie hole, only thing it's going to query is stuff that you're not blocking.
You're right. Okay, so I'm going to change my DNS tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I didn't realize. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. Yep.
yeah, so Google responds in about 50 to 55 milliseconds on average, from what I can find. They're about 20 milliseconds faster, and
Nice.
and their data is
I'll change this shit right
very well put together.
Probably not in the middle of the show.
Their DNS resolution that they respond with is exactly right.
Awesome. That's great. Awesome. I'm going to change my information here.
Well, of course it's faster. They don't have to copy it for the NSA.
Nice. Nice clap back there.
To be clear, you're stating that copy is happening in 20 milliseconds.
Oh, wow.
Wasn't Cloudflare a victim of a DDoS like last year?
Like a huge DDoS,
Like a
right?
huge DDoS last
Hey,
year.
man, they're trying to come back in a big way.
Like Jinkos.
All right. Well, I mean, use Cloudflare when the DDoS occurs. Use another DNS.
I'll use Quad 9 at that
Use
point.
Quad 9.
Cloudflare, the Jinkos of DNS. All right, next one. Russia moves to block Telegram after encryption key denial.
It's like they got upset, they got denied. Is that what's happening?
I'm not sure, but I've heard bad things about Telegram lately, such
Whoa.
as proprietary, roll your own crypto. Always a bad idea.
Yeah.
Why
Always a
do we
bad idea.
block Telegram? Why not just grab it and burn it?
So one of my friends posted on Facebook a question. I just heard about this app Telegram, and I heard it's really secure. Should I switch over to it? And I was like, well, Telegram was developed by Russia, by Russian developers, and it was developed by the people who developed Russia's biggest social network. So
What
it's
is Russia's-
probably not secure.
What is Russia's biggest social
That's
network?
so funny to me. I never think about other countries' social networks. Facebook is it.
V something
V,
VH or
VH or VD.
But whoever,
Let me get in that
whatever
VD.
it is, the developers of that, the developers of the biggest social network in Russia developed Telegram. So no, it's probably not secure.
So,
And that's why Russia's coming down on them, I think.
long story short, don't use Telegram.
Yeah,
Well,
'cause
we've already
it's the same
stopped
thing.
that.
It's the same thing. It's like Russia's like, why can't encryption have backdoor? And it's the same thing that America was saying.
Yeah.
This is the best lightning round ever because it's okay. Next one. Can this national DDoS radar plan help fight off attacks on Dutch critical systems?
Maybe. I'd have to look into it. Sounds like a scam, though.
Something windmills. I got nothing. Yeah.
Who's targeting the Dutch?
That's also what I...
Ching
yeah.
chong ching nuchi lai. Sorry, that's a
I
South
know
Park
that
reference.
Was that racist?
No, it was a South Park reference.
There
Damn
we
it.
go. Chen's racist moment of the night.
Oh, Jesus Christ. It was a South Park reference, which also referenced the Dutch, okay? All right, next article. All right, this is another Facebook thing. You want to just skip this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Cisco's warning. Watch out for government hackers targeting your network. Ooh, scary.
Watch out for them hackers.
Yeah, we're bad people.
We're bad people?
We're hackers.
I'm not a hacker.
You're right.
I'm
we're
a
not
nice. I'm a
hackers.
nice, upstanding individual.
What makes you think hackers aren't nice, upstanding individuals?
You just said we're bad people.
I was joking.
Oh yeah.
I'm a upstanding human being. Hacker.
What? Oh, so even worse than that, than getting hacked in the first place is waiting on hold for Cisco's tech support. If I hear that song one more time, I swear.
What song?
I'm not gonna hum it. I'm not gonna. I could. But I'm not gonna do
Cisco.
it.
So Cisco also warned that occasionally clouds appear in the sky and water is also wet.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, that is an accurate report. All right, guys, the rest of the articles here look kind of weird, so let's just call it a day.
These
it
are
good.
weird.
These are
I
weird.
don't know, man.
All right, guys, so that brings us to the end of the lightning round, which, as you know, brings us to the end of the show. We have run out of time, but never out of shit to say. So join us again next week, Fridays, as always, at 7:30 p.m. here at the Sin Shop Hackerspace, the Las Vegas Valley Hackerspace. Go to 1075 American Pacific Drive. Oh, don't go to it. I mean, yes, go to it.
Don't go there. Are you kidding me?
Go there, totally go there.
What
1075.
did Fox used to say? Surf on over.
Surf on over. Yeah, surf on over to the Hackerspace, 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada. Go to sinshop.org for more information on the shop. Go to Greynoise, GREYNOI.SE for more information on the shit that we do outside of the podcast. No, that's all the podcast.
I mean, if you want to know what we do outside the podcast, just
Discord.
come hang out on our Discord.
Yes, Discord, which is on our website. So again, go to Greynoise, GREYNOI.SE. My name is Master Chen.
My name is BGM.
This is Doxy.
And I'm Michael Lockhurts.
Good night, everybody. I really love my sign off.